Imagine the striking contrast for a moment. While King Charles III, Queen Camilla, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and other senior royals stood together on the Buckingham Palace balcony during Trooping the Colour, presenting an image of continuity and stability to millions watching around the world. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie were hundreds of miles away in Vienna, attending one of Europe's most prestigious aristocratic weddings. On paper, the two events have nothing to do with each other. Yet in the world of royalty, where every appearance is analyzed and every absence is noticed, the timing has inevitably raised questions about where the York sisters now truly fit within the modern monarchy. Welcome to Royal Scope. Today we're looking beyond the glamorous photographs and polished headlines to explore a far more complicated story, one that isn't simply about a wedding in Austria or a royal parade in London, but about two princesses balancing loyalty to family, an uncertain place within the monarchy, and growing concerns that may never fully appear in public. As Trooping the Colour unfolded in London, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie attended the wedding celebrations of members of the distinguished Schwarzenberg family in Vienna. The Schwarzenbergs are one of Europe's oldest and most influential noble dynasties, with centuries of aristocratic history stretching across Austria and Central Europe. Their social events regularly attract royalty, noble families, and prominent figures from across the continent, making the wedding one of the most exclusive gatherings of the European social calendar. To be fair, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie were never expected to appear on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Since Queen Elizabeth II limited balcony appearances to working members of the royal family during the Platinum Jubilee, that practice has largely continued under King Charles III. Neither York sister carries out official royal duties on behalf of the crown, despite retaining their royal titles. Their absence from the balcony therefore surprised very few royal observers. What attracted attention instead was the unmistakable symbolism. Rather than quietly spending the weekend out of public view, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie were photographed enjoying another high-profile engagement entirely removed from Britain's biggest royal celebration. It reinforced the increasingly unique position they occupy. Royal by birth, respected within many family circles, yet operating largely outside the institution's official machinery. Interestingly, that separation is not absolute. Royal commentators continue to suggest that Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie remain welcome at certain family occasions, including Royal Ascot, where members of the extended royal family have often appeared together. Their continued presence at selected events demonstrates that although they are no longer working royals, they have certainly not been excluded from family life altogether. Instead, they appear to occupy an unusual middle ground that few other royals have experienced. Austria has also become an unexpectedly recurring backdrop to recent developments surrounding the York family. Earlier this year, widespread media reports suggested that Sarah, Duchess of York, spent an extended period at a wellness retreat in the Austrian Alps following a challenging period marked by treatment for breast cancer, and later the announcement that she had also been diagnosed with malignant melanoma. Although Sarah Ferguson has remained publicly optimistic and repeatedly thanked supporters for their encouragement, those reports inevitably prompted concern about her recovery and emotional well-being. Several newspapers claimed that Sarah Ferguson spent much of her stay living quietly, limiting public appearances and relying heavily on privacy while recuperating. Those reports have never been officially presented as evidence of emotional crisis, and it is important to distinguish between verified facts and media speculation. However, they did contribute to growing discussion about the pressures she continues to face after several extraordinarily difficult years involving serious health challenges and relentless public scrutiny. Against that backdrop, reports have suggested Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie remain especially protective of their mother. That should hardly come as a surprise. Throughout decades of public controversy, the bond between Sarah Ferguson and her daughters has consistently appeared exceptionally close. Numerous interviews, family photographs, and public appearances have reflected that relationship, making it understandable that any concerns surrounding Sarah's health would naturally affect both daughters behind the scenes. At the same time, Prince Andrew continues to cast a long shadow over the family's public image. Although he settled the civil sexual assault lawsuit brought by Virginia Giuffre in 2022 without admitting liability, the controversy surrounding his association with Jeffrey Epstein has never fully disappeared from public discussion. Prince Andrew remains excluded from official royal duties and rarely undertakes public engagements on behalf of the monarchy, ensuring that scrutiny surrounding the Duke of York remains intense whenever he appears in public. More recently, photographers captured Prince Andrew with visible facial bruising during a public outing near Royal Lodge, prompting fresh speculation online. No official explanation was issued, and media outlets largely refrained from drawing conclusions. Separate reports also described an unsettling incident involving an individual allegedly confronting Prince Andrew while he exercised the late Queen Elizabeth II's beloved corgis near Windsor. While some details remain difficult to independently verify, the reports once again illustrated how closely every aspect of Prince Andrew's life continues to be monitored. Imagine, then, the position occupied by Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. On one side lies a public life filled with weddings, charitable work, professional careers, and family celebrations. On the other sits a deeply personal reality involving a mother recovering from significant health battles and a father whose reputation remains one of the most controversial in modern royal history. Maintaining composure under those circumstances cannot be easy, even if the cameras only capture smiles. If you've been enjoying this deeper analysis, don't forget to subscribe to Royal Scope, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie have successfully built independent lives outside the institution? Or do you think they will always remain defined by the York family's complicated legacy? We'd love to hear your perspective. Perhaps that is why the Vienna photographs resonate far beyond a society wedding. Viewers see elegant dresses, historic churches, and aristocratic celebrations. What they cannot see are the private conversations that may have taken place afterwards, the phone calls home, the family check-ins, or the emotional balancing act that often exists beyond the reach of photographers. Public images rarely tell the whole story, especially within families whose private lives are examined more intensely than almost anyone else's. In many ways, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie have quietly become symbols of a different kind of modern royalty. They are neither central figures in King Charles III's streamlined monarchy nor complete outsiders. They continue supporting charities, raising young families, and maintaining strong relationships within royal circles, while carefully navigating challenges that would test almost anyone. That may ultimately be the real story beneath the headlines. Not a missed balcony appearance, not an aristocratic wedding in Vienna, but the extraordinary contrast between public elegance and private responsibility. Behind every carefully composed royal photograph may exist anxieties, difficult conversations, and burdens invisible to everyone except those living them. Until the York family chooses to reveal more, that quiet tension may remain the most compelling and the most human chapter of Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie's journey.